We call this new premium economy seat our space seat, and we plan for quite different personal experiences if you're sitting on the inside of the aircraft, that we call our inner space seat, to sitting close to the window, that we call our outer space seat. The inner space seat is designed more for couples travelling together. The outer space seats are designed for privacy and seclusion for people who either don't know each other as well or simply haven't met before. The premium economy space seat, as you can see, is a fixed shell seat. That means that the recline, and there is 9 inches of recline in the seat, comes from the base of the seat moving forward, not from the peak of the seat moving back. So as Rob reclines his seat, moving that forward by 9 inches, his seat base moves forward, his back doesn't intrude, and his seat doesn't move for the passenger sitting behind him at all. So there are no intrusion options there. One of the features we also wanted to work on, as well as the recline, was the ability for the middle space to be very versatile and very flexible. As it's currently laid out, Sarah could lay her legs across it, but as we move that middle console up, which will also be a storage area, that becomes a dining area or an area potentially for separation. It's a perfect area actually for in-flight dining. And again, we are looking at more flexible, more versatile dining options than we've had available before. One of the great successes of our current Business Premier seat has been for couples to dine together. And maybe if Sarah and Rob want to demonstrate how you could eat. Just bring your legs under the console. It becomes a kind of much more intimate and much more personal option, with people with their backs resting against the shell of the seat and changing their body angles and giving themselves more leg room. One feature we haven't yet talked about, thanks Rob, for the customers to make the most of the legroom, which you'll appreciate in the row behind you. The seats are scalloped deliberately to give as much legroom as we can possibly create and allow people to stretch into the recess created underneath the seat. We noticed in our analysis a huge number of customers bringing briefcases on board, not just for their work but also to rest their feet on at an appropriate angle. So we thought we'd save them that. We created a little bean bag. It's like to be an ottoman, but it isn't quite. It's a bean bag called Otto, and it's designed for people to either rest their feet in quite rigidly or to be able to push their feet in to make the most of the legroom. And we readily anticipate that these will get stolen in huge numbers.
Fair assumption.
So, just as our last business class bed effectively created a first class experience for business class, we've worked on creating a business class experience for our premium economy passengers. You'll also notice the colours of the new interiors. There are 2 rumours I can probably kill. One, that this was going to be bright pink, or secondly, that this was going to be blue and orange. I can confirm it's going to be neither of those. The colours we've worked on for the new aircraft interiors are variations on a dark purple ink and a chalk colour that we think add a new level of elegance and style to the interior cabin. Space seat provides a very, very different premium economy experience. The 2 guys can stretch out, they can push their elbows out as far as they need to. They're not fighting for an armrest. If Mills wanted to change his body position, his legs can move closer towards me, and he is facing in actually a very different direction to Kerry. If they want to work together, they can just as easily move much more closely together and change their body angles. But if they didn't, we've been targeting ourselves to create as much privacy for travellers travelling in premium economy as we've previously been able to create in Business Premier. And we think with the fixed shell seat and with the additional arm room, that the premium economy customers will be enjoying a level of space, personal space, that has previously only been available to those customers in our business class cabin. So 2 very different experiences, as different as the Sky Couch experience will be to our standard economy seat. So, not being restricted by the cabin, we've created 4 different, very different passenger experiences in 2 cabins, coming back to this theme that if people are the Marge Simpsons of the world and want to be very sociable, they have that option. If they're cocooners and want to be less sociable, they can be more private and can be left alone.